You have probably heard of this. Archers are only for free to play. Archers are for pay to win. Archers are weak. You shouldn't go for archer. Yes, I'm sure you have heard of all those, and I'm sure you have been wondering, should I actually go and move into the archer gang? But let me tell you this, you can play cavalry or infantry, and if you're free to play, you're still gonna get wrecked. Shit. If you don't know how to play the game, whatever troop type you go into,
you're gonna get wrecked.
Doesn't matter if you're archer or not. Now, I have started as an archer player, starting with Yi Song-ye. When I started with the archer gang, I wasn't a huge spender in the beginning, and I've slowly increased my spending. I was fighting against huge spenders during the baby time when Shinchi is still growing in this account. Understand that we have a tremendous amount of kills. 35 million kills with Yi Song-ye because we played smart. Right? We did not really get wrecked too much in the battlefield. As you can see, if you actually look into the stats of my account right now, you can see my victory over my defeat is pretty good proportion. My marchers are mostly archers.
Oh, okay, dude.
Now, if somebody tells you that archers are terrible and you should not do archers, give this video to them, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so let's first talk about the commanders that you're going to be starting with. When you first start in the game, I would highly recommend that you work on Herman if you're going for archers. Herman is your best archer that is an epic commander in here that I would really recommend for you. And then you can work on Kosunoki, but I would really say once you start building with your legendary commander, you will have the chance to get YSG, which is Yi Song-ye. This is one of the best archer that you will have that has a long-term value. Yahoo! YSG is a very versatile commander that you can pair him up with any type of commanders really in here. You can pair it up with Alexander. You can pair it up with Genghis Khan as well. So if you end up trying to branch out from archer to be an archer infantry like the way I do, you can do those combinations. So in the beginning, what kind of combination should you do? You should probably be working on Herman and YSG until you get YSG to level 60. Now, when you're investing on the commander of Yi Song-ye, I would highly recommend that you would go for 5 and 5 and then 1 and 1. So unlock the first star and max the first skill, and then unlock the second star, max the second skill, and then you can proceed on opening up the next 2 stars to open up the next 2 skills. YSG is amazing because of his AoE capability, and when you are fighting in the open field or defending, you are going to damage everybody in the surrounding area. This is one of those very unique character in the beginning of the game and until the end. Now, another commander that you will have an option to get is El Cid. Now, if I would have a choice between 2, YSG or El Cid, I would definitely go for YSG.
Hey, fuck you, man!
El Cid has some great value as well. Ability to disable the active skill and ability to disable the normal attack. El Cid is great, but with the 2 choices, I would go for YSG. Now, the next commander that's going to come out is Edward and Tomiris. Now, I would say it is a must to get Edward and Tomiris if you are a full archer player. Now, if you are half archer player, then you shouldn't really try to get Edward. And why do I say that? Because you will have an amazing commander coming out after Edward and Tomiris. You can skip those 2 commanders if you are looking for a long-term budgeted setup. You should definitely get Ramses. This is a commander that is a must to have for every archer player. You can skip Edward for Ramses. For me, that is totally acceptable. If you are a spender, I would really recommend that you do get Edward and Tomiris. Tomiris will have a very good value for the spenders who are going to be rallying cities, and even just rallying in particular on open field, you can use Tomiris very well, very good. Tomiris brings a lot in the battlefield, not just bringing a high attack once you have Tomyris, but it's also bringing the poison stack, allowing other players that are attacking the target to benefit from Tomyris' skill of adding more skill damage to the target that has been poisoned. But this isn't something that I would recommend for free to play because Tomyris is an MGE commander and it's going to be very expensive for you to obtain. Now let's talk about Ramses. Ramses is a must to get, and you can also watch my 5 marches in Rise of Kingdoms, and you can see my marches there with Ramses, Edward, Artemisia, and other marches that I have, and you will see the talent trees and why I'm doing this. Okay, but let me tell you quick info with Ramses. Why he is great is because of his attack talent tree, and as well as his skill to be able to decrease the defense of the enemy. One key unique thing with Ramses is that he has an heal immune effect, rendering targets true unable to heal their slightly wounded. Now Artemisia, I deem Artemisia as one of the best legendaries in ROK. Now, Ramses is the best when it comes to the open field within the archers. Now, when we talk about Artemisia, Artemisia can play various different roles. Artemisia can play in the open field and as well as in defending structure. She has an ability to deal an additional damage per second and causing the target to deal 15% skill damage for 3 seconds. Now, if you think about this, if you are defending against an Attila and Takeda, the Attila and Takeda does not have a skill damage. So basically Artemisia is, benefiting on this one and really taking an advantage on Attila and Takeda. And another unique thing about Artemisia is that she has a defense talent tree. With the defense talent tree, it really allows Artemisia to be very tanky. Within the defensive tree, she is really able to reduce a lot of the damage in here and even reduce skill damage taken. As you can also see, Artemisia has a skill that will attack herself, and with adding that skill, it helps reduce the damage. There's actually so much stuff happening with Artemisia. She even has ability to disarm the target and reduce the normal attack damage. That's why she is just so very unique when she is in the garrison defense. Now, with these archer commanders, something that we need to highlight with the newer ones, they have a lot of stat boost. So if you look at Artemisia, there's a stat boost there, and when you look at Ramses as well, there is stat boost at archer attack plus 40%, and if you look into Edward of Woodstock, archer health bonus plus 30%, and also adding into the skill damage bonus 25%, and when you look into Yi Songye, a 50% skill damage bonus. And another thing in here with Tomyris is that archer attack plus 30% and also defense reduction for the enemy 30%. Now we've talked about really good things about what the commanders in here that we currently have for the archers. Now why is it still that we're hearing a lot of things that archers are still weak, right? One of the reasons is that a lot of players who play archers and they complain about it being weak is majority of the time these players don't even have full technology. And yes, in whatever troop type that you are using, if you don't have a very good technology, if somebody has a 10 times better technology than you, they are going to wreck you. It doesn't matter if you have archer, cavalry, or infantry. And you really need to start investigating on your own and how good and reliable are these sources where you're trying to get. Let me tell you this, archer is very deadly when it comes to the open field battle. It's just insane. You need that firepower. If you have everybody running out with infantry, you're gonna take forever in that battlefield. That's why we need archers. We need archers to eliminate the other troops, especially eliminating infantries. And you can still target certain cavalry because cavalry are relatively pretty weak in the open field anyway. They're not as strong when it comes to rallying. When you have the Attila and Takeda, they're almost godlike in there. But with open field battle, as an archer player like me, I know who to target. You can eliminate the weaker ones that you would see. If you're a T5 player with legendaries, you can target the epic commanders. When you start seeing Pelagius, Belisarius, Baybars, those are easy target. When you see Genghis Khan, those are an easy target as well. Now I mentioned earlier that you can potentially skip Edward and go for Ramses. One of the reasons why I said that, because if you're free to play, you might not have sculptures to invest to max out Ramses. Ramses is a must to max out. Now, I need to let you know as well, when you are working on your archer commanders, please do not do 5-1-1-1. Do not do that. Always do 5 and 5. These two right away are very crucial and very important, and it's going to make a big difference with you fighting in the open field. Now let me retrace back in here. If you actually want to get Tomyris, you can compete for MGE, and you're most likely not going to win if you're free to play. You can unlock Tomyris and slowly work on Tomyris as well. You know, honestly, if you are a true archer player, even if you're free to play, you can try to unlock, you know, just compete at the very minimum, save all your speed ups, save everything for when the mightiest governor is, and then compete on that situation and just unlock the commander. I'm not sure if Tomyris can be found in Card King, but if she is, then it's pretty cool. Now into the future commanders that are coming up in here for me. If you are a free-to-play player, I would really recommend that you go for Cyrus the Great. One thing I like about versatility commanders is that everything in here that you have in the skills will work in the open field. There is no restriction compared to, like, you know, when you look at Yi Song-ye, one of the skill is garrison, is not working in the open field. If you look into Ramses as well, everything in here works in the open field. If you look into Edward of Woodstock, everything works in the open field. That's why these two commanders are really good. But like I said, it really depends on how much sculptures you can invest. If I have two choices to pick, I would rather have Ramses than Edward. And of course, if you're a spender, go for Nebuchadnezzar. If you're going to be rallying, this is going to be something that is going to really benefit you. And especially with another AoE, forward-facing fan-shaped area targeting 5 targets in here. That's actually pretty insane. Yeah, so I would really recommend for free to play, go and get, you know, Cyrus the Great in here for the Wheel of the Fortune. It's really going to benefit you a lot. So make sure you are smart in how you're going to invest. Understand that if you are free to play, you're not going to be able to get all the commanders. Hone in on one commander, focus on one. And if you're a low spender, you may have a little bit more flexibility compared to the free to play. And if you're a big spender, go ahead and get everything the way I'm doing things in here and enjoy the game that way. Playing as an archer gang, you have to be really smart. Let's say you are losing in the battle and you're defending a flag, or your city is being surrounded. One thing that you can do is you can go in and out and in and out just by doing casting skills. Now, I want to say is that use YSG as a primary commander, because as a primary commander, you cast skill first and hit that circular AoE and damage everybody in the surrounding area. That's one of those big PP plays. And understand, when you are also playing with archers, do not let your archers really like die. Once you start seeing archers being yellow, start pulling them back, because when your troops are yellow, you're not dealing as much damage and you're taking more casualty. Why do I play archers? Because archers are beast, archers are fun, and archers are challenging, and you need to be a little bit more strategic with archers. The active skills of the archers are very insane and high dealing damage, and I love it. If you liked the video, let me know in the comment section below and smash that thumbs up on your way out. It really helps our video. Don't skip out on that one. And if you haven't subscribed and you like the contents that I am making, subscribe and turn your notification on as well.